Well, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're having a good rainy start to your day. Welcome into the show. I'm your host, Monica Adams. The show is The Real Monica Adams, and we're going to head into the weekend, probably needing to grab that umbrella. We'll find out just how long the rain's going to last. We're going to check in with our aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore, here in just a second. We've got some news you can use, and the very first story is some breaking news that could affect you at Lambert Airport. So I'll get to that for you in just a second. We'll get you ready for the weekend, sports wise, what's going on around our town and around the world on the National Day of Calendar. And then it's Foodie Friday. And so many of you have asked for Eckert's to be on the show. In fact, a lot of you want us to go to Eckert's. I want to do that as well and do a mobile Monica from there. Well, this is the next best thing. We're going to have them in the kitchen with us. We'll be talking with Jill, who is the vice president of Eckert's, and we're going to make Wassail. Do you even know what that is? I've heard it in a song. She was actually I think she's going to sing it for us a little bit, but we're going to make that. And it's the perfect thing for you around the holidays. It truly is going to be fall in a glass. And so as you get ready for your Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays and you're thinking of something different, maybe you'll want to make this. We'll also talk about all the great things that Eckert's has coming up for you as we get into the holiday season. All right. So that's on tap for us. And then we'll talk all about the big shows coming up in December. So let's get to it. So let's start off with the weather, the segment we call What the Weather.
Good evening from St. Louis, Missouri, and it is a beautiful one.
We have to thank our friends over at GradeWorks for sponsoring GradeWorks LLC, their website, by the way, so you can check out and thank them for what they do for us, gradeworksmo.com. So remember, maybe you don't need it right now, but remember their name when you need excavating and grading work. You need to talk about asphalt for maybe your driveway or a subdivision. That's what we brought them over for, talking about removing the big things from your property that you don't want to do, right? So it is Mike Vernacci and his team at GradeWorks. They've got all the big toys, as you can see, so let them do the work. Don't break your back. Don't get all sore heading into the weekend. Let Mike and his team do it. Again, great work. Thank you so much for being a part of our wet day, right? Here today, we're going to talk about that and ready for better days ahead. So Mike, thank you so much for being a part of our segment. Again, it's called What the Weather, and let us bring our aspiring meteorologist on this morning, Beckett Moore. Good morning, Beckett. Let's see, Beckett. It looks like something went offline. Beckett, can you hear me? Hold on.
Hear you.
There he is.
Okay.
Are you back?
Yeah, this happens like once every month. I don't know what it is, but I think we should be good for at least a couple minutes here.
Okay. All right. Beckett's on with us. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. So I was asking you, is it raining everywhere?
Yes, it's pretty much throughout there we go again, but throughout the entire St. Louis area, it's raining.
Okay, well, since it's not cooperating with us, we'll try to get Beckett to give the forecast quickly. I'm not going to be able to talk with him. So Beckett, go ahead.
Yeah, so you can't really see anything, but I'll just say what's going on right now. 53 degrees, light rain, dew point at 52, 6-mile-per-hour winds. That 6-mile visibility less than 10 miles because we do have some fog and rain around this morning. Sunset tonight at 4:44. Bus stop forecast 53 degrees, rainy skies this morning. As we end the afternoon, only warming up to 56 degrees. Again, continuing those rainy conditions throughout the day. We're going to see that throughout the entire St. Louis area. Low tonight, 44 tomorrow for your Saturday. Looking very nice. That rain does get out of the area overnight. So we're looking at high 57, sunny skies, 63 on Sunday. Very nice day. Above average temperature there for our high. And again, sunny skies. But back into the week, 59 degrees for your Monday and some rain coming back into the possibility of things here, 70% chance of rain with the low 50. Then Tuesday, 62, some showers are possible. And then into Wednesday, towards that Thanksgiving break time, into Thursday for your Thanksgiving, we're looking at mostly sunny skies with highs in the 40s. So a little bit of a cold shot coming in with a low Wednesday night of 29. But those cold temperatures should be out of our area by Friday or Saturday.
All right, a chilly Thanksgiving for sure. And you mentioned you're staying in town, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, we'll check in with Beckett. You got to love the gremlins and technology, don't you?
Yes.
All right, Beckett. Thank you. Have a great day at school.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Oh no, not at all. This is the world, right, that we're living. Everybody thank again Beckett for getting up, doing what he does every Monday and Friday for us. And yeah, sometimes technology doesn't want to work. In fact, I was getting ready to come on to you today and my internet wasn't working, and then it did. Absolutely crazy. All right, we're gonna get into some news you can use. Jill says it's raining in Memphis today as well. Are you in Memphis, Jill? Thanks for watching in Memphis. Stephanie, good morning. Julie said, I love Wassail. All right, well then you're gonna love our feature today. Good morning, Christy, Linda, Richard. He was the first one on, bright and early and ready to go. Tammy is on, and Kathleen over on Instagram. Okay, we are on all platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, Rumble, and Instagram. So be sure to follow us on whatever platform makes sense for you, or sometimes maybe you want to hop on a different one. I do recommend that you follow us on all of the platforms in case, again, like Beckett experience, that something goes down. Good morning to Latanya. Hope you're having a great start to your day as well. I'm going to say it at the beginning and we'll talk about it at the end as well. Mark these dates on your calendar. December 12th, our big holiday show. You all love it. In fact, many people on my team say that this is their favorite. So we are going to be a part of Christopher's and Ma Gifts. So it's Mark Anthony's and Christopher's that teamed up as one family. So that's coming up on December 12th, 7 a.m., getting you ready for the shopping season if you haven't already, or getting those last minute gifts, or maybe you're all organized and everything's wrapped and under your tree that you've already put up, which is incredible. All of you that do that, I love you. Then you can maybe find something for yourself or just be in the spirit of the season. The Kingsbury Place Singers will be there. We just love that show so much. Right before that, on December 5th, we have our holiday 750th show celebration, some shopping and food. We kick things off with breakfast and coffee, tea, whatever you would like, and just celebrating in the community of Cottleville, Missouri. So we'll be at Upshot Coffee. Then we go to Blooming Daisy Marketplace, and then we get a chance to meet the women are behind the Craft Cottage and Oh My Posh Boutique. So shopping and food, I mean, come on, I'm there. From Morristown, Ohio, Sean is on this morning. So yes, I love when you pop on. Let us know where you're watching from. Now, I get you updated on news you can use that could be affecting our St. Louis, Missouri, Southern Illinois area, or all across the world. This one is for anyone that might be heading to Lambert Airport. This is the breaking news that I mentioned that we would start with. So one person was killed in an officer-involved shooting. Normally, I don't like to talk about shootings and things like that, but this is more so from affecting you maybe flying. According to St. Louis County Police, it happened about 1 o'clock this morning at Terminal 1. Police say a suspect was struck by gunfire, later pronounced dead at the hospital. There was a foot pursuit. 2 other suspects taken into custody. A long gun and a pistol were recovered from the scene. St. Louis County Police are leading the investigation, which is active at this time. It's unknown if travel plans will be impacted by the shooting. For information regarding your flights, police ask that travelers contact the airport, which is interesting because normally I tell you not to contact the airport. I would say make sure you have those apps going. Make sure that you see if there's any cancellations or delays. According to Lambert, the Terminal 1 Metrolink station is closed. They will drop passengers off at the Terminal 2 station. They will use shuttles from door 2 at Terminal 2 on the upper level. Terminal 1 pickup is at door 6 on the upper level. If you have any information regarding the incident, you are asked to call County Police or Crime Stoppers. And again, as we get more information on this, I will pass it along to you, but definitely thought that that was worth mentioning this morning. Not so much from the gun shooting side of it, but from the fact that it could impact you as a traveler, or maybe you know somebody that's coming in to visit you. I mean, again, we're getting ready to get into the holiday season. I can't believe it. Thanksgiving next week. And there might be some people that have family coming in early to help out days, coming into the weekend before they come in next week. So again, please pass that information along. And as we do get more information on that, I will pass it along to you. The NTSB is releasing a preliminary report into the deadly UPS plane crash that we've been following over the last few weeks. It happened on November 4th. The MD-11F that was bound for Honolulu, they've issued their preliminary report into that crash. The 3 crew members on board were killed, 11 people on the ground. 23 others were also injured as a result of it. NTSB's initial report shows that the taxi and the takeoff roll were uneventful. The flight data recorder contained about 63 hours of data that spanned 24 flights, including that crash. The initial investigation revealed that the left engine and the left pylon detached during the takeoff. The airplane cleared the blast fence beyond the end of the runway, but the left main landing gear impacted the roof of the Chain Solutions warehouse at the southern edge of the airport before it crashed into the supply yard on the other side of the fence. The final report will be released later once the investigation is complete. The NTSB's full preliminary report can be found on the agency's website. All right, Wentzville, Missouri, shout out to you. The Clement Ford dealership is unveiling the auto company's new design as the first in the United States. 71,000 square foot dealership offering Ford's newest take on showrooms, including a Bronco exclusive showroom and service shop that can serve nearly 40 cars at one time. Clement Ford will offer a showroom without sales cubicles, offering customers the ability to speak with sales representatives in very small lounge areas. As the industry struggles with the shortage of mechanics, Clement said the service center is fully climate controlled, offering a more comfortable working environment for service technicians. And in return, he said he is fully staffed. So in April, Mercy broke ground on a $600 million hospital campus not far from the Clement Ford. More recently, BJC announced plans for a children's center on 15 acres of land near Wentzville Parkway and Highway 61. So they said because of the new development, that's what attracted them. Clement Ford will hold their grand opening today following a soft opening that happened just last week, but it will be interesting to see if in fact it's impacted at all by the weather that we're talking about. They might just bring their umbrellas out because they want to make sure that this takes place. So we go from Wentzville, from a car aspect, to SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. They're launching their Tree of Hope campaign to raise $1 million for Cardinal Glennon kids. They announced the launch of the annual Tree of Hope campaign. That goal is to raise $1 million by December 31st to support life-saving care at SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. And I do want to mention this. Now, I wouldn't do it justice by just showing pictures, and I'm not going to show their big story that they did, but I want to thank Chris, one of our regular viewers. She sent this to me yesterday, and I actually saw it on KMOV's website early this morning. This is do you know about the surprise squad that KMOV has? They held a book signing for a 12-year-old fighting cancer. His name's Drew Patchen. He wrote a children's book about overcoming challenges while battling brain cancer for the 5th time. He thought he was going to their studios for an interview about his new children's book, and instead he walked into the surprise book signing party complete with fans. They had mascots like Fredbird, etc., and games. The young author's been fighting pediatric brain cancer for 6 years now. His tumor has returned 4 times, making this his 5th battle with the disease. Incredible. So he wrote Marshmallow Can Do Hard Things through an organization called Books That Heal, which helps medical patients create published works. I want you to look into that book. Let's support this kid. And KMOV, way to go. I love when I find out that the news stations are doing really great things. And I know they do this surprise squad on a regular basis. So again, it's called Marshmallow Can Do Hard Things. Let's get that book. Let's support Drew Patchen, this 12-year-old that is dealing with much more than so many others in life, right? The fact that it keeps coming back to him. So Drew, our thoughts and prayers going out to you today. All right. For Thanksgiving, we just mentioned, and can't believe it's next week, free rides home. I love this, offered across Missouri the day before Thanksgiving, which, if you know, is always the most popular day at the bar. Bars are packed the night before Thanksgiving. So here's how Missourians can get a free ride home. The Safe Home After Every Occasion program is giving away 500 free rides with Lyft on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, running from 2 p.m. Wednesday through 2 a.m. on Thursday on Thanksgiving for a ride up to $30. To activate the offer, I'm going to drop in a link for you. So maybe you say you don't need it. Pass it along to someone that you know and tell them not to drive while they're drinking, please. The offer can be claimed starting at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. It includes St. Louis, Kansas City, Columbia, Springfield. So maybe you have kids that are going to Mizzou or UMKC, or maybe they're out in Springfield going to school as well. Pass this along, please. Tell them don't drive home. The Wednesday before Thanksgiving, as I mentioned, considered a popular drinking holiday, often referred to as Drinksgiving or Blackout Wednesday. The Safe Home After Every Occasion program is designed to make planning a safe ride home before a night out a habit. The Safe Home After Every Occasion program is partnered with Breakthrough Missouri and Deep Eddy Vodka. I got to love that, right? So you've got these alcohol companies that are backing this. So I just dropped the comment in for you. Absolutely no reason to drive home on that day. So yeah, the fact that it's called Blackout Wednesday is just not a good thing, right? And all these people driving drinks giving. So I used to be a bartender, I used to be a waitress, and we always knew those were the days that were just absolutely packed. Okay, here's the crazy story of the day. A bald eagle dropped a cat through a car windshield. According to the driver in North Carolina, he told troopers a bald eagle dropped a cat through the windshield. Actually, it was a woman. Sorry, the woman was driving about 8:15 yesterday morning when it happened. According to troopers, the driver fortunately wasn't hurt. The cat, unfortunately, did not make it. No other details were provided, but look at that. How in the heck does that happen? So obviously, we always hear about not keeping your tiny animals outside for a long period of time. Keep an eye on them because these crazy things can happen. A bald eagle picked the cat up and then dropped it into a windshield. That is the craziest story. How about Terry Bradshaw? Did any of you get a chance to go to this? Pro Football Hall of Famer keynoted the local fundraiser for cancer research. Terry Bradshaw was the speaker yesterday. The group hosted its 54th annual fundraiser at the Ritz in Clayton, raising money to fund cancer research, prevention, and care activities in St. Louis. Cardinals president of baseball operations, Chaim Bloom, was also in attendance, spoke about why the cause is meaningful to the Cardinals. Over the years, the organization has raised more than $6 million for more than 40 charities in the St. Louis area. I love that. I bet you it was an absolute blast. Terry is hilarious, by the way. So Terry, thanks so much for coming in and helping raise money in our area. All right, speaking of football, if you're a Mizzou fan, I am, so I always try to put this in our news. Tomorrow, they play Oklahoma, an 11 a.m. start. So get your breakfast and you'll get ready for football. Again, Mizzou and Oklahoma tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then it's Mizzou and Arkansas coming up right after Thanksgiving. That's a 2:30 afternoon game. Mizzou is coming off that big win over Mississippi State. That was quite a game, 49-27. I heard my husband upstairs go, man. And I was like, I guess the Blues lost again. And they did. The Blues, unfortunately, losing the Flyers 3-2. It's the Blues and the Islanders on tap. Tomorrow, it's a 2:30 afternoon game. So you got Mizzou at 11. That'll wrap up and go straight into the Blues. Again, maybe a perfect day for you to just cuddle up and watch sports all day. Blues and Rangers, by the way, will play on Monday, a Monday night game. That's at 6 p.m. So come on, guys. All right, in the National Day of Calendar, it is Substitute Educators Day. I love that. Always the Friday before Thanksgiving. So thank those substitute teachers for what they do. It's National Gingerbread Cookie Day. You want to stay in this rainy day and make something? There you go. National Red Mitten Day. And it is National, you all know, if you've been paying attention, I am not a fan of this, National Stuffing Day. I think Chef Latanya, if she's still on, she remembers me saying, not a fan of stuffing at all. Let's see. Char, good morning. I have Grandparents' Day at school this morning. Oh, there we go. I love that. Debbie, just heard from an airport spokesperson. Things are running as usual. Apparently, the suspect approached an officer with a knife just inside of Terminal 1. Oh my gosh, a knife and a long gun and a pistol were all recovered. That is just crazy. Let's see. Anybody else on here? She said, ugh. Julie said, ugh, the Blues. You know what? But again, my husband always says this. The season just started, and really, honestly, until you get into the playoffs, that's when he believes that the season really gets underway. All of this is just fun times, and then hopefully we get into the playoffs, and then the season really begins. So there you go. 7:19, all up to date for you in the beginning of our segment. Now, we told you about what's coming up on December 5th and December 12th, our big shows. I'd love to see you there. If you can't, be sure to watch that day. We're going to be doing giveaways, food, just a good time, and of course, having fun shopping. Stephanie said it was a good game. Justin Falk had 2 goals. He's from my hometown. I love that. Okay, well, today is the day for Foodie Friday. So tell your family and friends, get on up. Wassail. Julie already said she loved it. I had never heard of it. Well, we're going to make it in the kitchen, the Slyman Brothers kitchen on this Foodie Friday with Eckert's when we return. And let's thank Crunch Fitness, one of our many sponsors, as well as Spas and More. They're located just in that Sunset Hills area, 12957 Gravois Road. They are open today, closed on Sunday, but 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Thank you so much to the team at Spas and More. And a lot of times we get a chance to talk about the wellness side of life, and they've got all of that for you. It's not the luxury, it is taking care of the body. So hot tubs, swim spas. We also are talking about the cold plunge aspect and the saunas. They've got all of it. They are the world's largest hot tub and swim spa manufacturer with master spas. And then once you get it, just make sure that you take care of it, right? They'll let you know if it's your first time ever, everything you need to do so you keep that water wonderful and you get to get in it every day. Again, it doesn't matter the model you want. They've got great deals, great savings for you right now. That's the one that I've fallen in love with. And then again, if you want to get a regular cover or you want something fancy like this, the Covana, it takes it up and over the top of the hot tub just by the touch of a button. And gotta love, everybody always loves the up lighting, right? Or the down lighting. So thank you to Spas and More for being a part of Wellness Talk with us. And we can't wait to visit with Angie Hess again from Spas and More, talking about her journey. She's even talking about putting a rower inside of a swim spa and showing you how you can get your workout on inside the water. I love that idea. At Spas and More STL, Spas and More, again, located on Gravois Road in Sunset Hills. And thank you, Faith, for being one of our many sponsors. Faithburger.com, again, for interior design work, talking about the Canvas for Kids, incredible organization that she's a part of, canvasforkids.org. So follow them on Instagram, faithburger.art, and Canvas for Kids 1 on Instagram. Well, good morning and welcome to another Foodie Friday. These have been so fun over the last 6 months. Truly, it's been such a pleasure to spotlight incredible chefs, incredible restaurants. Now, this one I bet you and your family have been to. Eckert's. So many of our viewers have been saying, you got to have Eckert's come on. I'm like, yeah, we're working on it. We're going to make it happen. And here we are. Jill Tantillo. She is the vice president of Eckert's Farm. So first of all, thanks so much for coming in.
Well, thank you. We're super excited to be here. And yeah, it's Foodie Friday because we're not the top chefs or anything, but it's where we grow our food and we love to do fun things with it. So.
Well, it's the sourcing side of it all, Jill. Really, it is. It's also giving back and being a part of community and family. So when I think of Eckert's, I think of family. I've been going for so many years. Sure, everybody always thinks of the hay rides, thinks of the pick your own, but you have evolved to so much. When I was in television, I was so blessed to come and do a feature story when I was at Channel 5 of your incredible shed, which many of you maybe haven't had a chance to go to. You might not even know what we're talking about. We're gonna do the backstory of Eckert's, and then we've got something exciting, different from what we've done in some of our past Foodie Friday shows. What are we making today, Jill?
Well, we're going to make Wassail.
Wassail. That's how you pronounce it, first of all.
Which is so perfect for this time of year. And some people might call it mulled cider. I think mulled cider usually doesn't have alcohol in it. I don't know that we're really going to add alcohol today.
Wink, wink, when the cameras go off.
I was like, I don't think we're going to drink in the morning here. But
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. but yeah, so Wassail just has this great history too. But our cider, we're really excited about. We've just started producing it probably in, I think, 2020 again on the farm where we had outsourced it, but we started back in COVID days of producing cider, which then led into the hard cider.
Sure.
So
Absolutely. Well, again, so that's what we're going to do today. We'll do all of that, but we want to do the setting of, for those of you, I don't know if you've been hiding under a rock if you've never been to Eckert's, that would be, or if you're outside of our area and you're like, oh, I want to put St. Louis on the map, and wow, I've never been to Eckert's before. So let's go back in time, Jill. Okay. Eckert's, first of all, the whole idea and everything came about in what year?
Well, we say it in 1827. Is when first my great-great-great-great-grandfather migrated here, and really we started growing fruit way back then. And the country store, we kind of celebrate the beginning of retailing fruit in 1910. Wow. So when we built the new country store in 2010, we were celebrating 100 years, and just so much fun. And we say everything we've done before. You know, our great uncles and grandpa and all had done
somebody in the lineage,
and along the way, our kids are going to learn from our mistakes and say, well, we can do it now.
We can do it better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you mentioned 1800s and then early 1900s. The fruit back then was?
Apples.
There you go. It all began with the apple.
Right.
Well, it really all did. The whole world, right? It all began with the apple. So the apples, but then it's evolved and grown and grown. And all of you, we're in fall, heading into winter. And so everybody thinks of the pumpkins, and squashes and things like that. So we're in that fall feel, but all the way back to the apple. What have been, I've had a chance to speak to so many of your family members over the years. And I always love to ask the same question because there's such a storied history. What are you most proud of?
What I really get kind of choked up about is just that how passionate we are about growing fruit and about people coming to the farm. Yep. We just love it. I mean, it is.
I love it. I love it. I don't mean to make people cry. It just happens. So you have provided so much for families. And as you look out over the vast acreage and you just see these young little kids, and then you see grandmas and grandpas and generations coming together.
Yeah, it's incredible. And we're so busy working, bussing tables or taking out trash or doing those things that sometimes you miss it. But, if you stop and just look, and that we always say when we do a lot of our training, we talk about everybody has a picture of Eckert's in their family photo albums, and that's incredible that all these people are part of this.
One of my favorite dates with my now husband is at Eckert's, sitting in the hayride, and him just having this big smile on his face. And it's such a great date place. It's a great place, as I said, for kids. If you don't have kids, grab one of your friends' kids, or you have your nieces, your nephews, you have a godchild, take them all out there because it really is this all-day wonderful feeling. So we're getting ready to go from fall into winter. We're getting ready to go into the holidays. You've got some exciting things coming up.
Well, we do Santa and we do cut your own Christmas trees. So our tradition when growing up was, and I don't really know why, I think it was, but my dad insisted that we get up super early on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, and we all had to go out to the tree farm, and everyone had to agree on the tree that we were cutting. One tree. So that was our family tradition of cutting trees. But it really is such a fun tradition. And when you go out to the tree farm and just the smell of the pines growing, so it's a lot of fun. But then we have Santa, of course, at the farm, and just all the baked goods and everything. So it's a great tradition for Christmas too, just coming off fall, which is the busy time.
That's your busiest season,
That is the busiest season. Peach season is our best crop.
Best crop. Okay.
It's not so fun to pick peaches. That's not the greatest experience. Go picking peaches 100 degrees, fuzzy, itchy. But the product in peach season is the best product. We're very proud of and very particular on our peaches. But
amen. They're amazing. Again, this is the whole thing about really we go back to farming, right? Supporting the farmers and then understanding, yes, it makes its way into a grocery store, but when you come back and then you are picking your own, and then you bring those to your friends. Hey, I'm going to Eckert. You want anything? I don't know how many times we've all done that together. Yeah. And you bring it back and you're like, this tastes different. This is amazing.
Well, that's what some people think they don't like peaches, and it's because they've never had an Eckert's peach.
Amen.
You eat one that comes in the grocery store that's out of season. It's just eating out of season is...
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Now, I say that we're probably going to, oranges, although we're coming into orange season in Florida, so we're having...
Somewhere in this world, it's that season. Again, if you're just tuning in, Jill Tantillo, she is the vice president of Eckert's Farm, and we're going to make this wonderful fall drink for you today. And we're going to give you all the ingredients. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll set this all up. We'll tell you what you need for it. And then maybe you can make it and let us know if you make it for your families as you're getting together during the holidays, the hustle and bustle of the holidays. This brings you all back to the table. Right? That's the cool thing. And so we always ask this, by the way, and it's forks. Today I'm going to do spoons. 5-spoon recipe on a difficulty scale. What would you say this is, Jill?
Oh, like not even one.
Oh, it's a half of a spoon.
Half of a spoon. This is so easy. I love easy.
Oh, and so from a timing standpoint, because we always think about, okay, from prep to actually in the cup, it would be?
I think less than an hour, because it's really just heating up.
And then simmering it?
Yeah, simmering is always better. And and you could do this early in the day, let it cook and make your whole house smell good. It only gets better at time.
You don't need a candle for it, actually do the work.
Yeah.
Right, and have it. So if we allow it to simmer longer, is that a good thing?
Yes.
Kind of like marinating?
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you're going to just get more flavors and it'll get more depth. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Again, we're featuring Eckert. A lot of great things that just kicked off, an opportunity for you to get your trees and your pictures with Santa, etc. We'll talk about all of that. We'll tell you what the ingredients are that you need, and then we're going to make it. Because after all, we are in the Slyman Brothers Appliance Kitchen, and if you have not been to any of their locations, you're missing out. We're talking about the history of your family. Slyman Brothers has been around for 60 years.
That's awesome.
Yes, so a lot of devotion to our area. When you're looking for those appliances, please do us a favor. Support those that support us. They have incredible, this is all Jen Air, by the way, and we're going to cook on the induction stove today. Induction's become a big thing, Jill, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's taking over. And it's always talk about the safety aspect, which I absolutely do love. So go in, ask them about induction or gas, whatever makes a sense for you. They also have Wolf, they've got Cove, they've got incredible appliances. And again, we want to thank them because after all, this is the Slyman Brothers Appliance Kitchen. All right. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to make something with Eckerts that you're going to want in your own kitchen.
When you want to feel good, you work out at Crunch. You don't go here, because here feels bad. But here we help you feel good, feel strong, feel rejuvenated.
Join Crunch Fitness today.
Welcome back to a Foodie Friday in our Slyman Brothers kitchen here in Fenton, Missouri. If you have a chef or a restaurant that you want us to feature, just shoot me an email, info@therealmonicaadams.com, just like several of you have. I'm telling you, Jill, you've been one of the most requested. It's really crazy.
Wow.
Viewers have like, Eckert, you need to do a show with Eckert, which means you have created a lot of really amazing memories for families, right?
Yes.
So you're right there on the top of their mind. What we haven't had a chance to do, though, is make something today that we haven't done on a Foodie Friday. So tell them once again what we're making.
We're going to make Wassail hot cider wassail.
Again, perfect for the holidays. So what are the ingredients we need?
The ingredients, very simple. Apple cider, orange juice, and then put some lemons, oranges. I've already stuck the cloves in there, and then a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon sticks.
That's simple.
That's simple. And then I've got the spice drum that you can add. You don't have to add.
Well, we can.
Yeah.
So this, when I first walked in, I'm like, that's fun. I was like, you don't buy it like that. You've got to stick it in. So you did this prepping
So
beforehand.
I have the whole cloves. And yes, we just prep that a little bit ahead of time.
And so you just stick those in there?
Just stick them in there all around because the cloves are going to get just good flavor in there. Yeah.
It smells like the holidays.
Yeah, it does. It smells like Christmas right
Does
there.
it matter how many we put in?
No, not at all.
No one's counting.
No. Get it in there and that way then it's not floating in your,
Right.
like it's
So,
just floating.
yes,
Yeah, then
yes.
you'd have to kind of strain it out.
So this is something that I would highly recommend that you get the kids. We always talk about bringing the kids into the kitchen, introducing them at a very early age. Right. So they would have fun with this and be like, oh, Mom, what are we making?
And it's not sharp knives or anything. Yeah, just stick them in there.
Okay, so and then we're going to tell you about some incredible things that Eckert's has. I mentioned the shed, by the way. If you've not been, a lot of fun that is had there for sure. And then all the things that are underway. We've got Friendsgiving, cut your own Christmas trees, colorful pre-cut trees. Look at these colors of these trees, by the way. They're absolutely incredible. For charity, we mentioned breakfast with Santa and pictures with Santa. So we'll run through all of that for you. But let's go ahead and get started on our recipe. So we put the cider in already.
So first, I just want to talk a little bit about the cider
Please do.
we started pressing our own cider about in 2020. We do something different. First of all, that it's sold in a box and in a bag. So, that's a little different. Everybody's used to cider in the gallons.
Right.
But so these are heat pasteurized and shelf stable. So you can buy it and it can sit on your shelf for 6 months.
6 months, okay.
6 months. So it's really nice. Doesn't have to be in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
And the bag makes it just really pretty convenient and
Very
nice.
convenient.
So you can dispense it. It has a dispenser just like a wine box that you can dispense from here. But since we're going to use the whole bag, you can cut it or just put it in there.
Okay.
But it is just apples.
It's that simple.
It is just apples
Pressed
that are
apples.
smashed, and then it's only heated to pasteurize it. So that's
Who
what makes
smashes them?
There's a machine. There's a machine.
Jill's like, I'm not out there smashing.
But when we're in season, you can go watch it. There's windows right outside the cider shed. You can watch
At some point in life, somebody had to do it
Yes.
manually, though. I mean, we
Oh,
look
yeah,
at right?
absolutely,
the evolution
absolutely.
of machines that have helped us.
Right.
But you think about grandmas, great grandmas. They were the hardest workers, were they not?
Oh my goodness, yes. My grandma would remind us
Yeah,
of that too.
yeah, I've been there
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Okay, so we're putting the cider
Yeah,
in.
so all the cider, just you can use a whole bag. So that it's in liters. It's 3 liters our whole bag, but you could use a gallon of cider.
So this recipe that we're making will serve how many?
It'll serve easily 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
Depends
gonna
on how much cider.
Yeah, right. If you're going back for more.
Yeah, if
No,
you're going
hang
back
on.
for a second,
Now you got
sorry.
9.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a whole bag of cider, and then just 2 cups of orange juice.
2 cups of orange juice. Okay. Again, this is perfect for you as we are now finally, by the way, Jill, what has this weather been like for all of you from a crop standpoint? Because we're talking about, oh, wow, it's been 70 to 80 degrees. But we got to think sometimes
it's
not
been
the best.
okay. We always say the month of November, we really don't care what the weather is. It's the one time of the year where we can kind of be relaxed about the weather. But we do want it to get cold.
Yes.
But not crazy cold.
Right, we don't want frost.
We want the trees to get cold in December, and so we are hoping. Last year was kind of nice because December did get cold.
Yes.
And eased you into, a lot of years it's warm in December, and then we get those strong, and that's really hard and bad for our crops.
I would think so.
So last year, I just remember thinking this is going to be good because it was a cold December, but not, like 20s, 30s.
We got to ask
cold.
our aspiring meteorologists. We keep asking them to look ahead for us.
Right.
I've heard, have you heard the same? I've heard mixed. I've heard some people say it's going to be a really hard winter.
Yeah.
And somebody else said, that's not true. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a lot of snow, but
That's what I've heard.
So
I don't want that.
yeah.
Do you like snow?
I like snow to not be on the roads.
See, you are just
I like
me.
him to be on the grass so
Right,
we
it's
can enjoy
gorgeous.
it
Yes.
and gorgeous. But yeah, I wouldn't want it to
Don't
make me
wanna-
not be able to drive.
Amen. Okay, once again, so we put the cider in, we put the orange juice in.
Okay, and then we're just going to cut up the orange. It's got the cloves in there, so we can just cut it up into pieces and have that floating in there just to get the flavors. But like I said, I think it's nice not to have the cloves loose in there.
Right.
But you're going to want
Yeah, you don't want them all
slices
over the place. trying to
of the
get it all.
orange in there.
Okay.
Just drop that in. And then some lemon as well.
Lemon, orange, and we got cloves again inside the orange. We've got cider and orange juice.
Cider and orange juice. And then we're going to put in some cinnamon sticks and some nutmeg.
It's going to smell like fall. Okay, so as we're doing that, again, I want to let you know. So Wednesdays and Thursdays, Friendsgiving at Eckert Cider Shed. I've been already talking about the shed. So that kicked off on the 12th. It goes through the 26th, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. When did you introduce the shed?
The shed opened in 2022.
Right. Okay, that's when I was at 5.
Yeah.
So I thought
Yeah.
so. Right when you opened up, I remember doing a feature. I loved it.
Yes.
I was out there, had such a blast. And I'm like, this is so fun. So for those that don't know what we're talking about, tell them about the shed.
So the shed is where we sell hard cider, different than sweet cider. We're very unusual that we have to distinguish because where you normally, but hard cider is alcohol.
Yes, don't
it's
give it to
fermented.
the kids.
Yes, it's fermented, and we have a lot of fun in the cider shed
Yes.
because we have all kinds of flavors of ciders. We have our 4 main ones: apple, peach, blackberry, and strawberry. But this year, I was very proud for fall. We had 12 of our very own on tap, 12 flavors. So we had raspberry, pineapple, a cider donut, a caramel apple, one we call hip-hopped ludicrous.
Ludicrous?
Well, ludicrous is a variety of apple.
Okay.
And so, and is good for hard cider. And then we added some hops to it. So we called it hip-hopped ludicrous. And it
gotta
really
come
is
out
one of
just
the
for that.
favorites. It's really, I'm hoping we'll have it year round. And let's see, there was 12.
Right.
So, we had Pink Lady, so that we had a little rosé kind of tone to it. And so we just had so much fun, so proud that we had 12 of our own. And now we're working on some winter ones. Oh, we had one that we aged in oak barrel, in whiskey barrels.
Whiskey barrel, that's so popular right now, right? Everything whiskey related.
Yes.
If you haven't been, it really is an incredible space. Good food there as well.
Right.
Music. And music, which again, so back in 2022, so you've just had a few years, and a lot of you, if you have not been to Eckert's in a while, then maybe you haven't had a chance to experience that. You really do want to not be rushing when you go to Eckert's, because there's so much to experience.
There's so much to do. And we always say that, people don't, they come thinking, I'm coming for apples, I'm coming for, there's so much more. We have, silly, but I think the very best homemade salsa. I haven't had your salsa. When we fry our chips, that's in the deli.
Several? You fry your own chips?
No, not this one. These are. No, I didn't bring that along. That's a fresh salsa. These salsas, though, are so fun.
Corn salsa.
We have a peach salsa, a strawberry, apple. So all for the seasons. And I do have over here that we can do a variety pack. There's 3 salsas. But
is there a spicy one, Jill?
Peach, you can get medium or mild, and hot. Not hot. It's not hot. You like really hot?
I do.
Yeah, no,
I do.
I don't have medium.
Peach, strawberry. Oh, I've never had strawberry salsa.
Yeah,
corn salsa. These are all the things that we can get in the store.
Right.
So you're thinking about unique gifts for Christmas. You people that are always like, oh, this person has this. Have they ever had strawberry salsa? I haven't, so maybe other people have not as well. Pumpkin butter, a caramel dip sauce. That sounds good for apples.
We have the caramel dip sauce. You can dip apples in it, but also use it as a drizzle on your pie.
Oh.
So we have the Dutch apple pie from our bakery, and then you can fancy it up a little bit with some caramel drizzle.
Everything's better to add.
Yeah, the drizzle is
on. What's your biggest seller, apple or pumpkin?
Apple butter is our biggest seller. But I'm going to tell you, and I have the thing we'll make with the pumpkin butter. Pumpkin butter is really pretty incredible because we use it in the restaurant to make our pumpkin pancakes. So you just mix it into regular pancake batter, and it's got all the spices in it and the depth of the flavor. So it really, you don't have to add anything more to it.
No.
It's pumpkin butter. So the other recipe I have is pumpkin butter and Philadelphia cream cheese. And you think you're eating pumpkin pie. But I said, everything is just in this perfectly.
And then put that on anything.
Yeah, put it on anything. But apple butter, of course, is our...
Which I have never had pumpkin butter. Apple butter, yes. I mean, we've had that from so many different areas. Again, let me reintroduce. If you're just tuning in, we're talking with Jill Tantillo, Vice President of Eckert's, and getting an opportunity to bring you into the season. So remember this, as you're getting ready between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you're thinking maybe something new, as you have you're hosting all of your family and friends, maybe you want to make this, wassail.
Right.
But it looks like wassail.
It does look like wassail, but here we go.
Wassailing. Yes.
Wassailing.
There you go. Which is singing for us.
Yeah. Which is not good. But yeah, it is. When I was looking up all the history, because it is tricky to say, and people, that it is about singing door to door.
Okay.
It was part of that history. But there's also a history of taking the wassail to the orchard and putting it on the roots of the in hopes for a good harvest for next year.
Oh,
right.
Love that.
Yes. So in the cider shed, we've talked about having a wassail event sometime where we'd go singing in the orchards.
We absolutely
need to get it planned.
We're there. All the Monica's maniacs, you will come to this, right? We will absolutely do this. Okay. Is that simple?
That's simple. That's it. So we just let it cook.
Now we let it cook.
Right.
And so what would you say it would take approximately?
I think if you have it cooking for 45 minutes, you'll get the flavors enough in there. Okay. But it could cook all day long and it will start smelling.
And smell good in the kitchen. So is there we always talk about stemware and all these different things. This is the perfect thing for us to serve
I think coffee cups. I think a glass mug would be even better. You just
see it.
Yeah, so you can see it.
And then do we put anything in it?
I brought some dried oranges and lemons you could put in, or you could do apples. You could garnish it how you want.
Did you put a little clove of cinnamon maybe on top, or no?
Well, you could. I think there's enough with that and the cinnamon stick, but you can't, depending on.
Just for looks,
right?
And then take it off.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to let it go for a little while.
Yeah. Do we want to turn it up a little? You think?
Yep. As we run through and tell you about some of the things that are going to be taking place, what are you most excited about for the holidays?
Well, Thanksgiving is what I really love, because Thanksgiving is really just about food, and it's food and family, and it's not all the other, but it is the kickoff of all the season. So it really is just so much fun. All the the good foods at Thanksgiving and then preparing for the holidays. But I do love Santa and the magic of Santa. I mean, I love watching the kids, just their eyes light up when they see him, and
so do the dogs, Jill.
Yeah, we had last week was the dogs. Last week was the dogs.
Right into that. So if you want Santa and dog pictures, you got to remember that they can do that for you at Eckert's as well. Let me run some of as you look at some of these pictures. Cut your own Christmas tree. So you kick that off again on the 12th. That also runs through the 26th, Wednesdays through Thursdays, November 25th to December 21st. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So they've got Saturdays and Sundays for you and Wednesdays and Thursdays. Cut your own. I'm going to tell you, Jill, you just brought me back to being a little girl, because I think one of my favorite memories is our entire family going to cut down our own Christmas tree.
I mean,
you've never done
do it. You need to do it once. It's not, again, if it's been raining and you have to lay on the ground and saw it down, and it can be freezing cold, but that kind of makes it more beautiful.
I was just going to say, and it's the stories that you tell.
Right.
Remember when? Yes, we do remember when. Colorful pre-cut trees for charity. Tell me about that.
That was last year. I don't know. We kind of got this idea about, and you buy different colored trees in the store, artificial ones, but we got some paint that paints the trees.
That's so colorful.
They're of all kinds of fun colors, and people really loved it last year. So we said, let's do more.
Right?
Yeah, and so we have different colors for different charities.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, I mean, the red ones, no, they're all. I can make an argument
you
for
all
any
know
of them.
I like blue, so it's going to be blue. So a limited offering of live pre-cut white pines available this year at Eckert's, and then it's benefiting Operation Food Search.
Yeah. So we a lot of times try to tie it into a charity too, just because it just is part of the season. And,
giving.
Yes, right. So it's just a lot of fun.
I love it. So we'll put on the screen for you everywhere where you can find Eckert's. Follow them on social media. Go onto their website to follow them as well. So you can always be hearing about and seeing the exciting things that they have coming up. We mentioned Breakfast with Santa. So Friday evenings, 5 to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. to noon. So November 22nd through December 21st. That's really popular, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't want to have Breakfast with Santa?
We've been doing that, I bet 30 years we've been having Breakfast with Santa, and it's changed a little bit over the year, but it's amazing how many people, traditions, who maybe started 30 years ago and they came, and now they're bringing their kids, and it's just, and it is a lot about the adults, because, there is sometimes a baby and 5 adults with them or 6 adults with the baby, so it is about seeing them interact with Santa. They start with breakfast in this restaurant. And Santa, Mrs. Claus comes around to the tables, and you can take your kid, and kind of helps you ease into, if you're not so sure about Santa yet, but they come around and get your candid shots there and have breakfast, but then you can go over to the store where we also have ice a cookie, and face painting is all part of the whole thing. And then you can sit on Santa's lap and actually get your
Those are the best
official
pictures, right, Jill? You look back and you can see the kids that warm up to them, and then the other ones where they're crying, and then the next year it's like, did they get any better? Oh no, they're still crying. Okay, how about those are the best pictures.
Right. Oh, we love that. And people keep them on their mantles, the progression of the being okay with Santa.
It always makes me laugh, because you'll hear parents talk about, look at, they were crying. I'm like, well, you have a baby. You just put in this stranger's lap. He's got this big beard. I mean, how do you think he's going to be happy?
Our best years were COVID years, because Santa was in a bubble.
Oh, yes.
He's in a snow globe. And so he was behind. And so we had, and every parent had to be in the picture, because they had to hold the kids.
Of course.
Because Santa was in the bubble.
Santa was in the bubble.
We had no crying kids that year.
All right, we're going to take another quick break. Jill Tantillo, my guest, the Vice President of Eckert's. Feel free to drop in a comment, by the way, how much you love Eckert's. You have any special memories? They would love to see that as well. So Wassail, that's what we're making right on cue. You want to have this beautiful smell in your kitchen, a very simple recipe. Half a spoon recipe. That's what we're saying. That's how simple it is. Get your kids involved. Getting you ready for the holidays in the Slyman Brothers kitchen on this Foodie Friday. Welcome to the mobile Monica version of the real Monica Adams Show at my favorite restaurant. There's something about a coffee house that's just very warm and welcoming.
Gives you that sense of community.
What are you most proud of since you've opened it?
I cry easily. I'm thankful for everybody here.
You opened the door during the middle of the pandemic. You got the best Italian restaurant in the United States. here in St. Louis. You put us on the map. Does it scare you? Go through fear?
Terrifying.
So how do you get past the fear?
We find something to laugh about.
Welcome back to a Foodie Friday. We're just reminiscing, right? So we're bringing the families together as all of you get ready to celebrate the holidays, Thanksgiving into Christmas, and you're thinking, what would be good and something new and unique? Wassail, that's what we're making. So if you're just tuning in, go back, watch the beginning of the show. Very simple ingredients. And again, if you have patience and you want your house to smell great, as Jill was mentioning, you let it go for a little while, maybe 45 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer. Jill Tantillo, she's the vice president of Eckert. We were talking at the break, you have 4 locations total?
4 locations, 3 here in Illinois. Belleville is our one that's open year round and what we call our home place. And then there's our Millstadt Farm and Grafton Farm. Those are really just open seasonally. Millstadt just for apples and pumpkins and Grafton to summer and fall. And then we have a farm in Kentucky, in Wassail, Kentucky. So that's been exciting, newer addition. We've only had that for about 7 years.
7 years. Okay, I thought so. So there's an opportunity for all of you to visit different ones and maybe go to all the different ones. I was mentioning I want you all to tell me what your favorite memories are at Eckert's. Again, whether it's you're picking your own fruit or you've gone to the cider shed or it's just bringing the family for maybe wonderful breakfast, lunch, things like that. Or maybe you've been to the mazes. When did you start the maze?
The corn maze, we've been doing that at the Millstadt Farm for a long time. I would say 20 years, probably.
Wow, really?
Probably at least, I think. And this year we started a new thing, Jack Slided Trail at the Belleville Farm. Belleville Farm is a little jealous of Millstadt and their night business.
There's competition between the farms.
Oh yeah, always. And so even though we're all the same, we're just like, well, we don't get to stay up late and do all that crazy. So we had this lighted trail for the fall, and that was really a lot of fun. Not scary. Millstadt got scary. We're just lighted
funny.
trail, good for little kids, and then also for adults who don't really want things jumping out at them.
And it went well.
It went great. We had a great time just learning, and we didn't know what we were getting into, but it was a lot of fun.
And now they're trying to figure out what are we going to do next year, right? What has been your favorite maze? Corn maze?
Oh, we've had some really good ones.
You had the Blue Note one time. I remember
that was
doing,
fun.
Yes,
that was fun because
yes.
Was that the year that they won? I think I think they came out with the Stanley Cup.
Right.
And
Yes.
that was a fun one.
Well, I think I was at Fox at the time, or I think it was at Fox at the time. And so we Sky Fox over the top of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at that. Yeah. So again,
they're always so neat from above. Really, when you're in it, you can't tell what it is.
That's why you need the drones and the helicopters.
Right.
Yes.
That's nice
this is what it looks like from above.
Right.
Okay, so at the break, by the way, we mentioned there's a lot of things that you can get when you go into their store to bring Eckert's home with you. Very, very simple recipe. So you used your pumpkin butter?
Right. Pumpkin butter and a thing of cream cheese. Just the small jar of pumpkin butter, 8 ounces of cream cheese. You just mix that up and it tastes like pumpkin pie. I mean,
what's your favorite thing to put it on?
I like graham crackers.
Right,
so let's do graham crackers. I brought apples if you want to,
We can try both.
Yeah.
So this is going to be pumpkin pie. It's this easy. Well, this would be more like the crust.
Right. So
All
but then the apples for
toast.
Healthy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Yes. You just took me to Thanksgiving. That's simple. Wow, that's easy.
It was so easy and so simple.
Oh, that's dangerous. Pumpkin butter from Eckert store, a little Philadelphia or whatever cream cheese you want to use, graham cracker or an apple.
Yeah, try it with an apple.
Okay.
See if you're just as happy.
See if you're just as happy. What apples are these?
These are Fuji apples.
Fuji's?
Fuji's are a great year-round apple. So many of them
Do you like
aren't.
Honey Crisps? No. Uh-oh. Why?
People who grow Honeycrisp hate Honeycrisp. They are hard to grow. A very difficult apple to grow.
I like this.
But people love Honeycrisp. They're just
What makes them hard?
They're so delicate and they bruise so easily. And they really are meant to grow a little bit in a colder climate than here. So the summers are very hard on them.
Interesting.
But it's a first apple. It kicks off the season kind of. So there's a lot of great things about them. But as growers, they're tough.
Interesting. I'm glad I brought that.
And Honeycrisp are not good once you're out of that season. Yeah.
Right.
Fuji's, you can eat a Fuji year round.
Yep.
There's not a lot of apples.
That would be probably one of your favorites?
It is. We also have a new apple called an Evercrisp. You probably can't, I have never seen it in a store. But
we come to Eckert's for
it. Right. And we're just starting them. I mean, we've just started growing them which everything is a process. Apples really take 3 years before it's
Really?
fully in production. So, we're almost to full production on some of our orchards with Evercrisp, but those also last a whole year as well. So Fuji and Evercrisp.
Okay, so remember that. To me, one of my favorite snacks, apples and peanut butter, apples and almond butter. Now it's apples and pumpkin butter.
It was good on the apple too, almost as good.
Now you have just given me a brand new snack. Okay, so again, wassail, that's what we're making today. And as we get ready to wrap up and we're going to taste that, a couple more things for the holidays. We kind of touched on a little bit. Photos with Santa, which is so popular. That is Saturdays and Sundays starting November 22nd and Thursday through Sundays in December until December 21st. So 3:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. weeknights, 9 to 3 weekdays at Eckert's Belleville. Okay, a lot of information I know, but this is the beauty of streaming. You can go back and get all the information, what's the cost per family, etc. Tell me about the Newfoundland Draft Christmas trees.
This is a group that comes out, and I mean, those dogs are beautiful. And they will pull after you cut your own tree or pick your tree off the lot, then they put them on a sled and the dogs pull them to your cars.
Really?
The dogs are just so beautiful. It is just so fun to watch.
So that's the day after our big 750th show celebration, by the way. Everybody mark this one on your calendar. Saturday, December 6th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Jill, I just told you I want another memory with my husband. I think this is it.
Yeah.
Get our tree and let the dogs
You need to come
pull
on
it.
that day. Yeah, because the dogs are just so pretty.
Yeah, get the tree and let them do the work.
Yeah, right. Then you got to do the work when you get home.
This
That's
is
okay.
true. That's
Put it
okay.
up. Make it stand.
Absolutely. So if you picked a favorite pie, pumpkin? Apple?
No, this Dutch apple pie.
Apple.
Dutch apple is, I love the crumb top and the apples. Yeah.
When you do a pie, you have to do a crumb top.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
All right.
I agree.
We can let this simmer longer, but you want to try it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Try your masterpiece? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to ladle it in. One more time, Eckert's. 4 locations if you want to go outside of our area and go into Kentucky. Check that out. If not, go onto the website so you can see the locations you can go to. And I would highly recommend. I've been to all of them and I love them all for all different reasons. If you haven't been to the cider shed, put it on your list of things to do. Date night out, girlfriends, get the guys together, get your family together. It's really a fun time and it's great to taste these different ciders. Wow, 12 of them. Just get a flight of them.
We have a thing called the plow.
That's what it was, the plow.
The plow has all 12.
Those skis.
Yeah. Right.
Shot skis. Oh, this smells good. And we can keep letting this simmer. Smells good, right, Zach? Mm-hmm. All right, cheers, my friend.
Burn our tongues.
Burn our tongues?
I don't know. Induction. Yeah, induction. I'm not sure how hot that got.
Here, we'll let it simmer down. Simmer down. Okay. Is it okay?
It's pretty warm, but it's good. You can do it. I didn't burn my tongue.
Don't burn your tongue. Okay, hold on. Oh, it is hot. Oh, by a fireplace? Come on, Jill.
Right.
You just took me to the holidays.
This is the holidays right here in a cup.
I love it. It was so good to see you again because I haven't seen you since it's been a few years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Eckert's. Again, go to the location that makes the most sense for you. Remember, so many levels of things that they can do. I mentioned it earlier, and I think it's very important to reiterate. Don't go rushing in. We got a couple of hours. There's so much to see and do at Eckert's. So spend the entire day there and make some incredible memories. I'm so glad we finally had a chance to get you in.
Absolutely.
And I want to thank Emma for making this happen for us. It's always the behind the scenes people, right? So if you have a chef or you have a restaurant owner that you would like for us to feature on another Foodie Friday, let us know. info@therealmonicaadams.com. We'll bring them into the Slyman Brothers Kitchen. We cannot thank Slyman enough for allowing us to resurrect a show that I loved during my TV and radio career. And now here we are, back showcasing all of our area. Small business, lifting up small business. Right. Cheers to all of you. Don't go anywhere. More of The Real Monica Adams Show to come. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I'm going to read all of your comments. And if you're just tuning in and you're like, oh, shoot, I just missed it, go back, watch it. I have people email me after the show's done into the afternoon and always say, hey, when are you going to put the show up that I didn't see this morning? As soon as the show is done, it's there for you on all the platforms. Again, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, Rumble, and Instagram. Some people get a chance to watch throughout the day. I love the live audience because we get to interact with you as I was while it was on. So Chris just said, I prefer Cosmic Crisp. Never have I ever even heard of that to a Honey Crisp. Okay, let's see. All looks good. The apple butter is delicious. Yes, it was. But let me tell you what, that pumpkin butter with cream cheese, I mean, what a simple simple thing to do as you are thinking about little side things to have people munch on before they get the main meal on Thanksgiving. I highly recommend that one. Go to Eckert, support them. I am going to go with Jim. We're going to go and do the December 6th event. So wasn't that cool? The Newfoundland dogs, after you pick your tree, then they get it all netted up. They pull it off to your car and then you get home and then, yeah, you do the fun work. So I was just talking with all of you while the show was on. How many of you have already decorated for Christmas? How many of you have turned the lights on already? This is this big thing in our family that we prefer to have one holiday at a time. I also love the stores that don't have Christmas in it just yet. I like, again, let's go from Halloween, let's go to Thanksgiving, then let's go to Christmas. It is a very short turnaround from Thanksgiving to Christmas this year. I get that. However, nobody says you can't leave it up longer. So this is a question for all of you as I get to know my audience. How long do you leave your Christmas decorations up? There's people that I know that take it down like the day of Christmas or the day after or that weekend. Really? Why? Let that go longer. I would prefer to have it on the back end. So I'm thinking this weekend, because we got some time on our hands, and I'll pull all of the Christmas decorations out, but won't turn the lights on. But at least they're all ready to go. And then that way, once we come back and celebrate after Thanksgiving, that then it's there for you, right? You don't have to be thinking about doing it after the holiday or after all the guests leave. Let's see. Kristen says, we have the best memories going to Eckert's. I love it. 30 plus years. Pumpkin farm, tractor rides, all the pickings, grocery store, shopping, restaurant. Well, Kristen does it all. I love that. So if you haven't, I meant that. Do not feel like you're rushing. Hey, we got a couple hours to go to Eckert's and then you're leaving. I need to try Cosmic Apples, Kristen says. Stephanie loves Eckert's. Chris, go to Fresh Time for the best prices and great selection of apples and other fruit. You can do that, or I would recommend, obviously, if it's out of season, yes, then the grocery stores are carrying it out of season. But I would love for you to go to Eckert's directly. Go get your own. Pick your own when it's apple season. Peach season. I love the fact that she was talking about people who don't like peaches and then they fall in love with them at Eckert's, because you're actually picking them when the fruit wants to be eaten in season. You look great today, matching your picture again. Thank you, Christy. You're so sweet. The Newfoundland dogs are beautiful. Oh, Kathleen, you've experienced them? How neat. I put my wonderful Life Village up. All right, Stephanie. January. Okay, you keep it up through January. Kathleen says, I have my decorations up, but won't turn outside lights on until after Thanksgiving. That a girl. We leave them up until mid-January. Christy says, I usually take them down New Year's Day. One year, though, it was April. Hey, see? And no judgment. You just keep that cheer going. We've had it up through probably February. And yeah, I'd say take it down before Valentine's, right? You just kind of go from the holiday and the next holiday is coming and then you decorate again. Chris says, I've always put it up Thanksgiving weekend. Stays up until after Feast of the Epiphany on January 6th. Okay, so as my mom always says, if you were raised in a Catholic family, you are supposed to have it up until then. It's Little Christmas, right, is what it's called. So at least until then, we put up our tree the day after Halloween, Jill says, and take it down the day after Christmas. Or I'm sorry, Julie Wolf. Well, hello, Julie. Yes. So I like to get to know the audience. So you tell me again, whether you're watching right now, we get to interact together, or you watch later. Christy says, I love the newfies, but they slobber a lot. Well, the good thing is you saw the picture. They were in front of the tree and the tree's all netted up. So they're not getting slobber all over your tree. They're just doing their hard work. Again, I think it's going to make for beautiful pictures, a wonderful reel that we can do. And then we'll transfer it from there and how we bring it home and then we decorate it up. How many of you do real? Here's another good question for you. How many of you do real as opposed to a fake tree? Let me know that. So yes, Eckert's again. Jill Tantillo, thank you so much. Emma, who set this up for us, thank you so much. Linda says the peach salsa is awesome. Haven't had that. Let's see, we put up, okay, yeah. And then earlier, Linda said we put up the lights and the blow-ups don't go on until after Thanksgiving. She says I'm a stickler about that as well. I'm going to start decorating next Friday after I get home from seeing the new Wicked movie. Yes, so Christy, I wanted to get that one out there. Wicked for Good. Is that what it's called? I can't wait to see that. Actually, let me look real quick because I had it in my inbox. Yes, Wicked for Good. Cannot wait to see this. I don't know if all of you had a chance to see the original one. And I remember when they said there was going to be a second one out, I was like, a year from now. It's kind of how I felt. I've watched the season 4, episode 10 of The Morning Show, which is on Amazon Prime. And that was the finale. And so I, of course, Googled right away, like a lot of people do. I Googled, will there be a season 5? And it said yes. but the date, 2026, maybe even 2027. It's crazy how long you wait because you get so excited. I don't watch a lot of TV. There's like maybe 3 or 4 shows. So it's the morning show. I started watching The Chosen. We got to get back to that one. Last night, as I was looking for Amazon Prime and then looking for the morning show, I came across, what is it, Palm Royale. And I love Ricky Martin. So have you all seen that one? I didn't realize that was back on. So I started watching that last night. Kristen said, I'm going tonight to see Wicked. So excited. So tonight, I'm really thrilled to MC and do the auctioneering for the Friends of SLU Liver Center for their Diamonds Gala. So looking forward, send us a bunch of positive energy to raise money for those that are battling or have lost their lives or are currently battling any type of liver disease. Looking forward to that. And Kathleen, you're going to be there tonight, I'm guessing, right? Kathleen, I always get a chance to see her there. Thank you so much to Lisa Duff for having me be a part of it. And again, wanting to raise big money for them. Going tonight to see Wicked, Kristen says, I'd say probably we'll go tomorrow. I can't wait to see that. Christy, Wicked for good. I'm so excited I can hardly contain myself. My first date with my husband was, hey, Christy. All right, we've got to meet. I hope you're coming to one of my events. We'll talk about that here right now. Christy, that was our date when Jim and I, actually, we weren't officially dating. We were friends. When we found each other again 11 years later, we went to see Wicked at the Fox. What year was that, Christy? I'll laugh if it was 2012 because that's what happened with us. That's why we love Wicked so much. Kathleen, looking forward to seeing you. All right, fantastic. So if you are just tuning in and you're like, what are you talking about? We'd like to come out and meet the team. Well, do so. So we have 2 events for you. One is the holiday 750th show celebration. That is on Friday the 5th. So we have a couple of weeks from today. Oh my gosh, are you serious, Chrissy? All right, I'll get to that in just a second. 750 shows in less than 3 years, all because of each and every one of you. And I love you for it. Keep spreading the word. Let's share this like crazy. I keep having people say, Monica, I just want you to go national, take over. Well, the show is, right? So since I left TV and radio, it allows you to watch literally anywhere in the world, but that's up to all of you to share with your family and friends and tell them, hey, wake up to this. Because yeah, sometimes it's local things that I give you, but a lot of times it's just feel good stories, right? And that's going to help everybody. So on the 5th, it's 750 and holiday shopping, good food. We start at Upshot Coffee. We go right behind Upshot in Cottleville, Missouri, by the way. Upshot in Cottleville, then to Blooming Daisy Marketplace. And then we're going to share some time with the ladies from the Craft Cottage and Oh My Posh Boutique. So looking forward to all of that. Then the very next week on Friday, December 12th, we go to Christopher's in Kirkwood and we're going to do our big holiday show there. A lot of you say that that's one of your absolute favorites. So can't wait for that. Again, I would love for you to, you don't have to RSVP, but click into the event that I put together. You can look for it right now. Again, it looks just like what I had just shown you. If you are going to come to our big 750th show, look for that. Just type in holiday 750th show celebration, shopping and food with the Real Monica Adams team. And you can see how many people have already clicked that they're going or they're interested. Change the interested to going so we can kind of get an idea of how many people are coming. All right, let's go back to this. Christy, you and I were there probably, well, who knows if it was the exact same night. Let's just say it was. Kindred spirits with your first date and me in a friendship that the very next day became starting to date, which was just incredible. Christy, I love it. Love this connection. Okay, I don't hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, we'll go back and I'll be interacting with you after the show. I do want to give a little shout out to my friend Janice. You may have seen the reel I put together. She sent me these new candles. I have so many candles up here. You guys may have, you ladies and gentlemen, may have seen the other day. I was talking about what size candles because I'm going to our follow-up meeting today with Conjetta Designs to figure out our spring. We're finally, again, it's been over a year. We're finally bringing out new merchandise for all of you. So candles and journals, pens, coffee mugs. We're going to roll some things out for you in the spring. I was hoping to get some before Christmas. I'm not sure if that's happening, but I'll, of course, give you the breaking news and let you know right away if it is. Candles, though, are a must. I have so many here. These are not ours. Our brand will say the whole know your value and be kind aspect. Janice got one of these for me from Leadville, Colorado. I now have I think I have 5 or 6 candles up here to light and be the light in the darkness that some of you feel on a day in and day out basis. We like to read from a devotional before we wrap up the show. So let's go to Chuck the chumps and go for it. Okay, this is funny. This is from Too Blessed to Be Stressed. Devotions, 3-minute devotions for men and women, Deborah Cody. Now she says for women, and I change it to both. Chuck the chumps and go for it. Forgetting what is behind, straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. This is Philippians 3, verse 13. Past failure doesn't dictate future failure. Okay, so have you ever heard, you can't do that? It's impossible. This world is full of those who discourage rather than encourage. If we listen to them, we'll never do anything. How many times have I said, don't give them power? It's also the fact that they say it's impossible, and then you break that word up and it's I'm possible, right? If we truly believe that God has called us for a particular purpose, we'll keep going for it despite our track record. Author Frank Peretti was turned away by dozens of publishers before his faith-charging books, This Present Darkness and Piercing the Darkness. If you have those, they took the world by storm and drew tens of thousands to their knees, but dozens of publishers said, no, it's impossible, or it's not good enough. But he kept believing, knocking on doors, wouldn't give up. What if he had stopped trying after the 19th rejection? 19, folks. Think about your own life. How many people have rejected you and said, you can't do that. You don't deserve that. You're not going to get that. What if you stop after your own belief? Don't give others power. Believe in yourself. Dear God, please give me wisdom to know and work toward the goals you want for me and to never give up on them. Amen to that. I love that. Again, Deborah Cody is the one behind this devotional, Too Blessed to Be Stressed. All right. Let's see. So Saturday Boy Scout drive for the food pantry. Don't forget to fill your bags. My food pantry tomorrow is ready. All right, Stephanie. Well, thank you. We'll look for those. I haven't seen them. They usually hang them on the mailboxes, right? I hope this weather that we have, sometimes it's so windy and rainy that they get blown off mailboxes. So we'll look for that. Okay. I love it. The Boy Scout drive for food pantry. So look on your mailboxes. They probably went out. I hope you all enjoyed the show. So now do your part. Share this with your family and friends. Just click the share or put a little comment above it and say, hey, watch this. If people are looking for a nice different recipe for the holidays, make a little wassail for them this weekend. Looking forward to next week on Monday. We're going to do our Medical Monday with Jenny Gabriel, JG Optimal Wellness. She's always a very popular guest. I hope some of you have reached out to her already and maybe did your 20-minute free consultation, joined her Facebook group, or had your own one-on-one so she can change your life. So Jenny's with us on Monday. We have Jeff Lovecchio, former professional hockey player who now is bringing wellness into everyone's life. He is personal training and just lighting people up, and he's got a heart for first responders, which I absolutely love. And then we get into the holidays, and we might be absent for you for a little bit, or we might put some of our best of shows up. I am going to be interviewing one of the cast members from The Wiz. Looking forward to that. Actually, let me look real quick because I woke up to it saying that this was happening, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's do this. Let's see. I am going to be interviewing Alan Mingo Jr. He is in The Wiz, which is getting ready to open up next week at the Fabulous Fox. So if you did not get a chance to see Les Mis, that's still going on. That will be wrapping up, and then we'll be going into The Wiz. Did you see Life of Pi? Did you see The Notebook? These are all been incredible. So we saw Life of Pi, we saw The Notebook, we saw Les Mis. I am going to miss The Wiz, unfortunately, because of the holiday and heading to see family. And then we'll come back and I'm looking forward to Phantom. Harry Potter is coming. Spamalot's coming. Hell's Kitchen is coming. The Outsiders. Again, I'm just looking at the magic of Broadway. If you didn't know about some of these incredible shows, I think it's one of the best ever. If you're a Harry Potter fan, by the way, it's Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Spamalot should be a lot of fun as well. Fabulous Fox. You are fabulous. I love you. So we'll probably put that in sometime for you, either on Monday or Tuesday, so you can hear all about The Wiz if you've never seen it. We'll be interviewing him. So if you have a guest, you have a topic, you want to be a sponsor, you want to bring our show to your business and get all that attention on your business, let me know. Just shoot me an email at info@therealmonicaadams.com. From now until Monday, have a beautiful weekend. Again, stay dry, stay warm, cuddle up with your family, have an enjoyable one. And remember, just like the passage in the devotion, believe in yourself. No matter how many times you get turned down, you have the belief in yourself. Show yourself that self-love like our guest talked about yesterday. Be kind to yourself and to others. God bless. See you Monday.